Hey guys, my name is Marcus and welcome to my channel. If you've known me at any point throughout my life, you know that I have always been an undying fan of Walt Disney World. It's always had a major part of my life through my childhood, adolescence, adulthood, every aspect of it. It's always been a part of it. And I have done my best to contribute as much of these parks to my YouTube channel as humanly possible. It's been a while since I've done a Walt Disney World video, and I was feeling nostalgic, so today is the day. I want to do a top 10 video of Walt Disney World attractions and just memories that I have of the theme parks that are no longer a part of the theme parks, that are essentially gone forever, meaning they're not coming back. They are kaput. Kapow. They're forever in Disney's storied history of attractions that were pioneered at one point and just fell to the wayside at another point. So I was very excited to make this video. Like I said, this was very nostalgic for me. So just sit back and enjoy, and let's get right to it. Number 10. The Sorcerer's Hat, the icon for Disney's Hollywood Studios, was built in 2001, was torn down in 2015. I love this hat, man. It really made me fall in love with Hollywood Studios. It was a part of the transition that started with Disney's MGM Studios being transferred into Disney's Hollywood Studios. Somehow back in the late 90s, Disney lost the rights to showcase the Chinese theater, and hence they were forced to build a structure to prevent guests from taking pictures in front of the Chinese theater. As ridiculous as that sounds, I believe that's what they were forced to do, hence why we eventually got the structure of the Sorcerer's Hat. Probably the most iconic item from Walt Disney history. Gotta love it, man. It was so awesome, and I was so sad to see it go. Number 9, Captain EO made its debate in Future World in the experimental prototype community of Tomorrow in September 1986, during the peak of the pop icon Michael Jackson's career. It ran all the way through July 1994. But of course, that's a little bit young for me. I did not make my first trip to Walt Disney World until I was the ripe age of 10 in 1998. So I caught the show on its second coming, sadly, after the passing of Michael Jackson in July 2010. And it ran all the way through December 2015 before finally being shelved forever. I am so glad that I got to see the actual attraction of this picture in Epcot on the big screen. This was such a good film, man. I was always such a big Michael Jackson fan anyway, so this was right up my alley. My wife, the same. We enjoyed this movie thoroughly, from the dance choreography to Michael Jackson singing to the song selection. So good, man. I was so happy that I just got the chance to experience this classic attraction. I honestly wouldn't mind seeing it make a third appearance in Epcot. Maybe when they're going through some major construction, they can bring it back again. I would be so happy. Number 8, the Magic Memories in You Castle Light Projection Show at Magic Kingdom. It premiered in January 2011 and it ran for 5 years to November 2016. This was the first foray into the projection show for the Magic Kingdom Cinderella Castle that eventually led us to shows like Happily Ever After. This is the prelude that introduced us to so much magic that we're seeing in today's Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. And you have to respect the sort of test shows that we get before we can get a combination of this type of show and the fireworks shows, which is what we eventually got after this one. It's like they combined the Magic Memories in You and Wishes into one big nighttime spectacular. So this showing and this soundtrack will always have a special place in my heart. I had such a strong passion for this nighttime spectacular that I covered the song in a YouTube video of my own. I did, man. I really loved this song. The beginning part of it, it reminded me of my own fatherhood. It really drove the passion within me to provide a loving reminder to my child that we will always share these special times together. Number 7, Talking with Mickey Mouse meet and greet in the Magic Kingdom premiered October 2013 and ran all the way through May 2018. This was such an amazing experience. There was nothing like seeing that they could conduct a costume where you could actually see Mickey Mouse talking back to you. There was a true aspiration of the magic fulfilled. I had never seen anything like it in my entire life. And until this day, I still have not seen anything to replicate it. I'm assuming it was so hard to continue to replicate it that they had to forego the attraction altogether. But I am so happy that I got to experience the magic of what it was. Under the impression that it went down because they were having a lot of problems with it. But the times that me and my wife and my daughter got to experience it, it was nothing but pure bliss and magic. I hope that it will eventually come back after they work out some kinks with the attraction, since the pandemic is starting to reach its conclusion. So I would love to see this attraction back, especially since my daughter is older now. I would love to see her reaction to a talking Mickey Mouse. Number 6, the Disney's Magical Express. It ran from 2005 to 2022. It was the free shuttle service from Orlando International Airport to Walt Disney World. This was amazing. This was such a necessity when myself and my wife were in our college days and we were broke and we scrounged our pennies to make it to Walt Disney World every single year. We did not have enough money to afford a car, so Disney came through on the clutch and gave us the transportation that we needed to get back and forth from the airport to the resort. We were both so sad to see this go. We haven't used it lately. We've been renting a car on our last couple of trips, but there were a couple of times where we had our daughter was able to experience the ride as well. Being able to see the video on your way to Walt Disney World is literally the start of your vacation. It gets you in the mood. It is the perfect set piece to let you know that you have arrived. You are at Walt Disney World. It is time to celebrate. It was also the saddest ride in Walt Disney World when your vacation was over and you had to go and get back on the bus, especially if you had a morning plane ride and you had to get on the bus 3 hours early before your plane ride, which for us, usually that constituted a 5:30 in the morning bus ride. But that's okay. My memories of this service is still nothing but gratifying Disney magic. I know they're planning on replacing it with a kind of a tram service that Mears is going to provide that's going to have some Disney magic as well. Hopefully that comes sooner rather than later. And I hope it is going to be a suitable replacement for the Disney Magical Express because it is sorely missed right now. Number 5, Mickey's Toontown, which actually started out as Mickey's Birthday Land, premiered June 1998 and started its deconstruction into the new Fantasyland February 2011. I was definitely lucky to be able to get to experience this land in 1998, my first trip to Walt Disney World as a child. But unfortunately, when we started our journey to travel to the parks every year as adults, the construction of New Fantasyland had already started and the road to Mickey's Toontown was blocked off. But I will always have a fond memory of this land, of Mickey's house and Minnie's house in my memory banks. Luckily, we were able to have our daughter experience the attractions in Disneyland. They are fortunate to still have this land. If I had to take a pick between Mickey's Toontown, which consists of Mickey's house, Minnie's house, Donald's boat, and the new Fantasyland, which consists of the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, Ariel's Grotto, Umbo, and the Great Goofini, Big Top Souvenirs. I think the nostalgia in me really takes over, and I prefer Mickey's Toontown. Probably because I'm a 90s kid, and I get more satisfaction from just experiencing it as a child myself. But I'm sure if you asked my daughter, she would definitely say that she prefers the new Fantasyland. But that's okay. We can both love them one and the same. I would love to see at least Mickey's house get some sort of representation in one of the parks somewhere. Maybe one day we will see it get its return to Walt Disney World somewhere. I would love to see that. But until now, I guess we just have to continue being happy with New Fantasyland. Number 4, the Main Street Electrical Parade premiered in June 1977 and made its exit October 2016. This one I really don't understand. It has a habit of being a mainstream of the Magic Kingdom in Disneyland for decades. Then it just leaves for a couple of years. Then it comes back, then it leaves again, and then it comes back again. And right now we're on that hiatus where it's just been gone for a couple of years. Now, we did just recently get an announcement that Disneyland is planning on bringing back the parade by the holiday season of 2022. So that's very exciting to hear. Hopefully Disney World will follow suit soon here as well. This was such an iconic Walt Disney World experience. I truly believe that you have not experienced Walt Disney World and Disneyland to its fullest potential until you see the Main Street Electrical Parade. It is something to behold. Number 3, the Magic Kingdom Nighttime Spectacular Happy Ever After. Arguably, in my opinion, the greatest nighttime fireworks performance that Walt Disney World in its 50-year history has ever given us off top. Made its premiere May 2017, ended September 2021. 4 years. Oh, Disney. My soul is still hurt by this decision. I know you wanted to celebrate the 50-year anniversary with something new. Enchantment wasn't it. It still isn't it, in my opinion. I've never seen it in person. I've only seen it in video form on YouTube. Let me get that out of the way. I am planning a trip for May so that I can see it for myself and I can make a full judgment. But Happily Ever After, it is the show that truly demonstrates the full capabilities of what it means to be inside of the gates of Walt Disney World. My full, passionate, minded viewpoint of these 4 parks is fully replicated here. And I am still so upset that you decided to end its run so quickly. 4 years was not long enough for me. It was not long enough. Not to mention the beautiful vocals at the beginning of the song, leading into the vocals of Tiana greeting the evening star, leading into the Hunchback of Notre Dame, Mulan, Pirates of the Caribbean. So many classic songs that are some of my favorites made their appearance in this full 30-minute display of pure bliss. Please bring this back. I would love to see just bring back a classic, Happily Ever After. Bringing it back. Just do it, man. Come on. I will argue with any Disney fan tooth and nail that this is the one. This is the one, man. Number 2, paper fast passes made their debate in 1999, took their end in 2014, which made way for the electronic My Disney Experience FastPass, which eventually made its disappearance in 2020 for the reveal of the dreaded Disney Genie. I don't even feel like I need to explain this one. This is definitely where we start to see some issues that has plagued Disney World for the past couple of years. Just drag every possible dollar that you can get out of your guests. Some of my fondest experiences traveling to Disney World was waking up first thing in the morning, getting there at park open, running to Space Mountain while grabbing a fast pass for either Splash Mountain or Big Thunder Mountain Railroad so that you could ride both rides back to back. Tell me that that's not some of your favorite experiences going into one one of these parks, running into Animal Kingdom, park opening, grabbing a fast pass for the Kilimanjaro Safari, then running to Expedition Everest, riding Everest, then running back to Kilimanjaro Safari and using your fast pass. Epcot, soaring first, then Test Track, Hollywood Studios, Terra, then Rocket Roller Coaster Fast Pass. There's no Disney fan alive that will tell me that, like, nah, I didn't like that system. It was terrible. No, you're lying. You're lying. You know you loved doing it. This was so much fun. Maybe because I was a lot younger then and I didn't mind the hunt, the war to get the paper fast pass so that I could do all of my favorite attractions first thing in the morning. But it was such an exhilarating experience to ride your favorite rides with little to no wait first thing in the morning to start out your day. Now you have to pay for it. Oh, Disney. Why? That literally takes away the magic. I get it. You got to recoup some money from the pandemic. I get it, man. But you're shooting the guest in the foot with this system. I'm sorry. It's just the truth. Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, the nighttime spectacular of Epcot, made its debut October 1999 to celebrate the new millennium and made its final appearance September 2019. This was the one. This was it. This was the one that solidified my status as a Walt Disney World fan for life. I didn't get to experience this attraction when I was a child during my first trip with my parents, but when I went back in 2011 with my then girlfriend, now wife, when I saw this nighttime spectacular for the first time, I was so passionately mesmerized. I was borderline brought to tears because I had literally had never seen anything like it. The coexisting music that plays to match the fireworks and the explosions and the fire, replicating the big boom, the birth of the earth, showing all the animals and the plant life, all the natural environments coming to fruition and having that represented through the beautiful orchestra arrangement of music. I was so inspired spiritually and emotionally that I couldn't even formulate it into words. I literally turned to my wife and I told her, we will come here every year for the rest of our lives, no matter what. We will figure it out. We have succeeded in that. Almost 15 years now. I'm just now realizing that I needed to take the time to say thank you to Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, for providing a passionate response of wanting to be the best version of myself. Yes, Disney World did that for me. Epcot did that for me. A fireworks show did that for me. I mean, certainly no means trying to take anything away from Harmonious, the new Epcot nighttime show. I'm sure it's great, but Illuminations for me will always have a special place in my heart, no matter what. That is my top 10 list of Walt Disney World attractions that I will always love and I will always miss. So how do y'all feel about my list, man? Did y'all enjoy it? Do you think I missed a key factor in my list? Now is the time to let me know. Let's start an open, healthy discussion about which attractions you miss from Walt Disney World the most. Which attraction did they take away that brought you almost to the point of tears, or maybe it brought you to tears? Trust me, there are some stuff on this list that really had my passionate juices flowing, ready for me to start making picket signs to start saying, Disney, what's going on? Come on. Let me know. I want to know. I want to talk about it. I want to bring this to Disney's attention, man. That sometimes you can't take away the classics, man. You got to keep some of the good stuff. All right. With that, we will end this discussion. Now, as always, if you like the video, please do me a favor and hit that like button. That helps the channel out tremendously. It helps me grow and helps me be able to continue to create content just like this. I love Disney World. If you love Disney World, you know what to do. Give this channel a follow. You can meet me at youtube.com/marjake79. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, my friends, I love you for the support. Thank you. I cannot express my gratitude enough. And I will see you guys on the next one. Catch you guys later. Bye.